Hello, everybody, and welcome to Speaker in the Spotlight, where we are showcasing some of the speakers in the upcoming Children's Mental Health Matters Summit, which starts on the 16th of September. Today, we are joined by the lovely Lindsey Fekete. Hello, Lindsey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Nice to be here.
Awesome and lovely to have you. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to you and just ask you to introduce yourself, like who you are as a person, not your job, but you as Lindsey.
It's hard, isn't it, to separate them? Hi, I am Lindsey Fekete. I live in Hertfordshire with my 13-year-old twins, boy and girl, Joseph and Sophia, and my husband. And we have a very active cockapoo called Monty, who keeps us busy. And I am a former deputy head teacher. I love to read, so I'm part of a local book club. The idea being that I could read more, and it would sort of give me the opportunity to read things that I don't usually read. It's working slightly, but still very busy, so squeezing things in.
Amazing. And yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Someone posted yesterday about reading, and I used to love reading, and it's sort of one of the easiest things to just let slip, isn't it? It's like reading for pleasure, not study reading.
It has been good actually, because it's encouraged me to read things that I wouldn't usually choose, but B, make it a priority because we meet every month, and I don't always manage to read what is on the list in the month, but I read more than I did before I went to the book club.
That's amazing. Maybe I need to find a book club. Maybe that would help. It's amazing.
Accountability, like anything else.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And so you mentioned you were a deputy head teacher. So I'm just wondering now if you can share a bit about your business and why you started it up. I have a feeling that being a deputy head teacher probably guided your choice in your business somehow.
Yes, so I was a teacher, a primary school teacher, for over 21 years, and the last part of my career I was deputy head. I burnt out and became unwell, so I always say that starting my business was chosen for me rather than me choosing, if that makes sense, because I realised that I needed to leave working in schools. And I spent a few months trying to find something else and thought that I would completely leave teaching and wouldn't teach at all. And I just found that there wasn't anything else. In fact, I spent about 6 months looking for another role, career, job or something. And I just found that there wasn't anything else I was as passionate about. There wasn't anything that I was as interested in. So I started tutoring. A family member suggested that I start tutoring. And I was a bit reticent because I thought, I really don't want to. I think I'm out of teaching. And as soon as I started with the first children, I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I just fell back in love with teaching and with the reason why I went into teaching in the first place, which was to teach and to support children. And that somehow had got lost in the bureaucracy and stress and pressure of working in a school. So I started tutoring by myself, and built up very quickly, got full very quickly, and then started to employ tutors to work with me. So we now support children from age 6 all the way up to 18. And my business is focused on tutoring maths. And we primarily support children with their confidence, building their confidence, and alongside the skills that get taught through maths. Yes, and that's where we're up to at the moment.
Amazing. That's an amazing story. And I really I hear that because so when I was at school, a long time ago, I was good at maths, but my confidence actually in believing that I could do it was awful. Like I had this mental block that I could not do it. And I think that and my eldest was the same. They were like, I can't do math. they can. It's the way in which it's put across and taught. So what you're doing is amazing, because I won't go there with the school system, but I'm glad that you have found a way of being able to find your love of teaching again, and actually helping young people get that confidence in maths, which is incredible. And so just in case anybody wanted to reach out and have a chat with you, we have got your links, which will be with this presentation. But is there anywhere that you hang out in particular, more places than others? People tend to sort of be in one place more than the other.
Yeah, I am predominantly on Facebook. So I have my personal profile, and I use that to chat to people and parents. But also I have a page called Reach Online Tutoring. So people can find the page and message me through there. Or I have a website, which is www.reachonlinetutoring.co.uk. And there's a contact page on there. So if anybody wants to get in touch and speak to me, then they can do that through there.
Amazing, thank you. And so now, just as a sort of a little tangent, I'm just wondering why it was you decided to join us in the summit this year. What sort of drew you in? What were you hoping or wanting to see from that?
So I've always been really passionate about supporting children's mental health, and because I was teaching for so long, I saw as a teacher and all my other leadership roles as well, the impact that confidence and mindset and mental health and anxiety and all those things have on children's learning. And that's one of the reasons why our focus on our maths tuition is on confidence, because it has such a huge impact on how children learn, how well they are able to focus, how well they're able to concentrate. And I just saw the difference it made when children got that support, and how much it impacts their progress and all sorts of learning that they're doing in school. So it's really something that's really important to me. And I was very fortunate that I worked in schools where growth mindset and confidence and all those learning skills were prioritised. And so, yeah, always been interested in supporting with that. So it just seemed the ideal situation, and something I wanted to champion, really.
Amazing, and thank you for joining us. You know, as if anyone's seen the lineup for this year, I have tried to get people that cover a wide range of things, and I think that, you know, both personally and from observations, that if a child is confident in maths, it really does help in all areas of their lives, because there is this thing around maths, isn't there? I don't know why in particular it's maths, but it does seem to be. Do you know why it's stuck on maths?
I have a theory. But because I actually wasn't confident in maths as a child, so I come from this as a someone that struggled with maths as well, and always thought you could do it or you couldn't. This mindset thing of, you know, you're either good at maths or bad at maths, which is a whole other thing I could sort of go into. But I think it's because it's more right and wrong, or perceived to be right and wrong, than maybe some other subjects. So in English, for example, you can write something and improve it and work on it. But in maths, children are much more aware that I got that answer wrong or I got that answer right. And I think it knocks their confidence. It's something that I'm sort of mentioning and talking about in my talk about why and how, and then also some really practical things that parents can do to help.
Amazing. And that leads on to sort of the final question of wrapping it up, is a sneak peek of a little bit more of what you're going to be covering in your presentation. So do you want to give a little bit more as to what you will be?
It really,
you did, yeah.
Yes, so I'm going to talk about the structure of maths and how children learn maths, and why children may be feeling that they're not doing very well at maths, and the impact that has, and then some very practical ideas and activities that parents can do to help their child to develop their maths confidence at home.
Amazing. And if you want to be able to come along and see Lindsey's presentation, then please you can book your free ticket at the Children's Mental Health Matters Summit.co.uk website, and you'll be able to see Lindsey's and everybody else's talks included in that ticket. So thank you so much for joining us today, Lindsey. Before we go, is there anything else you wanted to just say that I haven't covered, or are you all good?
No, I'm all good. I just think it's an absolutely fantastic lineup. There is a huge wealth of knowledge, and I think it's really valuable. And parents, educators, carers, I think everybody will get something. Anybody that works with children or has children will get something from the summit.
Amazing. And thank you again. Thank you for those words, those kind words as well. And please do tune in for the next speaker in the spotlight, which we will be sharing over the next couple of weeks. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lindsey. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.